and that'll be another resource for you. So all kinds of ways for you to get this information that you need. So quickly introducing myself again. I'm Craig Rogers. This was year 21 for me coaching at Regis Jesuit. I'm also a theology teacher by trade, and for the last 10 years I served as assistant principal as well. And felt like I was ready to get back to the classroom and paid my dues in administration. I was happy to serve, but it's kind of nice being a full-time teacher again and coaching golf, theology and golf. Pretty good for my soul. So I'm very blessed to be able to do what I do. Our program has had a great deal of success on the course. We've won 9 state championships, including 7 in 5A, the largest classification since 2010, plus a few more runner-up trophies. And that's something that all of us are very proud of. It's a pretty amazing run of success we've had, but I want to clarify that that's not the goal. That's not the reason we have a golf team at Regis, and that's not our main priority. Our main priority is the development of the character of our young men. And so if a young man like Ben or Ryland or you guys that are listening in there, if you come our way and you walk out our doors and you're not a better man, then I'll feel like a failure. I don't care how good you play. But I have noticed this, and I'm convinced of this. If we're good at that, and if we're able to help you guys along your way in terms of the mission, the biggest mission of the school, then the winning tends to take care of itself. And I think especially in golf, it is a sport where being able to be smart, to be well balanced, to be a whole person will only contribute to your success on the course. To be able to manage your temper and those sorts of things is pretty conducive to success. So they do go hand in hand, I believe. I know you guys will be interested in sort of a timeline for what's next and what to expect down the road. We don't have any formal requirements of you until next August 2nd and 3rd. That'll be tryouts. And so we do start before school. So that's important that you realize that. And our tryouts will decide who's on the team. A couple ways to make the team as a freshman. One, be in the top 4. Any young man that finishes among the top 4 freshmen will automatically make the team. And in addition to that, anybody that can shoot 180 over 2 days, so averaging 90 strokes a round, I'm going to keep. I'm not going to turn anybody away who can do that. That's pretty good golfing for guys your age. And so, right now, if you shoot 100, hey, you can do it. With a little work between now and next summer, and maybe a good next summer, you can shave quite a few strokes off your score. But if you're already somewhere in the 90s, or you're probably where you ought to be. If you're better than that, if you're in the 80s, 70s, come on, we'd love to have you. You're already right there where you need to be. So I would just encourage you to continue playing junior tournaments, the JJAC, and just get after it, have a lot of fun, but also play under pressure. It's just a little different, when somebody announces your name and there's people watching, it's a little bit different. And so I certainly encourage you to do that. We also have a golf camp that's optional. There'll be more information about that on our website. Probably around March, I think I'll get the dates from the golf course. That's just a couple days, but it's a nice way to get involved and to meet some other guys. We have kids from 80 different schools at Regis, and sometimes you don't really know anybody coming in. It's a good way. There'll be 20 boys there, and among there'll probably be 8 or 10 freshmen, and so it's a kind of a nice way to meet some people. And it's been a pretty popular thing. We've been doing it for 25 years. Haven't had to change it too much, but again, it's just an optional thing. probably be sometime in July for a couple days. And love to have you if you can make that. Um, Other than that, I think that's the kind of the nuts and the bolts of what you guys need to know. Maybe just one more thing about the team. We don't have a freshman team, a sophomore, a JV team, a varsity team. We have one team. And that's very much by design. It's a beautiful thing for me as a coach to see our culture, our character passed down from the older guys to the younger guys. So I want freshmen hanging around the seniors very much. I want them hanging around the sophomores and juniors as well. But we don't, shuffle them off into some other corner. Most sports have to do that by the nature of who they are. But it's pretty important for me to have our guys that are on the team already, the older guys, sort of shepherd and mentor the young men that come our way. And that culture gets handed down beautifully. So we got a good 7 minutes or so here. Happy to field any questions or clarify anything if I can for you. All right, Andrea.
So, sorry, I'm the only one raising my hand.
Appreciate that.
Two quick things. What course do you practice on?
We're pretty spoiled. So the course across the street, Valley Country Club, allows us to come at least once a week. But I don't want to ask for too much more than that. So we do go to places like Blackstone and Black Bear, Colorado Golf Club a little bit, Inverness, Meridian, all private clubs. So we're one of the few schools, like in the Continental League, we're the only school that would be practicing at private courses. So we're a little bit spoiled in that regard.
That's great. So are tryouts held at Valley?
No, they typically have been Wellshire and Meadow Hills. And so that is, yeah, you betcha. That is important to know. Go ahead and play Meadow Hills for sure, fellas. I think I might move the first day to Common Ground if I can.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, I'd want to make it, some public course, just so the guys could have access to practice on it ahead of time.
So like the tee boxes from Wellshire to Meadow Hills to Common Ground, the distance is pretty different. Where do you want them teeing off from?
Yeah, I'll announce that ahead of time. Now, Wellshire and Meadow Hills are, fairly shortish courses. Right. So we did play the tips on those, except for one hole at Wellshire. If it's a long,
tips.
Yeah, because they're short, they're pretty short. But if we did move it to Common Ground, I would probably play one up. So not the tips. Someplace like Saddle Rock, I would definitely play one up. Like 65 to 6,700 yards, somewhere in there. So the freshmen followed up. Okay. All right. Other questions? Any of you young men know any guys on the team right now? Not yet? Okay. Well, they would also be delighted to visit with you. And so if you're interested in doing that, and they'd probably be happy to go out and play a little golf with you too. So if you're interested, let me know. Got a bunch of guys playing in college. We got a few guys out there, 3 or 4 right now, still 4 or 5, trying to make it as a pro, who played in college as well. So every year we've sent some kids off to play college golf. One year we sent 3 to play Division I. That was a pretty good crew. But we've had at least one guy go play college. Got a guy at Tampa right now, another guy at West Point. Let's see, another guy at DU. And where's ours? Another guy at Regis U. So we have 4 guys playing college golf right now. All right. Some of you, I think, maybe just joining. We're kind of wrapping up this first conversation, and we'll commence another one at 6:45. So you're welcome to hang around. But I'm also delighted to field any more questions you might have. Andrea, you got another one?
No, no, I'm excited. Like I said, I apologize for speaking on Chase's behalf, but he's at practice. So,
Okay.
no, he's thrilled. So I'll reach out offline.
Okay, great. One thing I would add as well, all you guys are obviously golfers, and some of your games are probably in different places. Some of you may have been playing baseball most of your life up to now and just kind of getting into it. We do have an option if you don't happen to come in the top four or shoot around 90 strokes around, called a developmental team. And so everybody has an opportunity to do that, no matter what. And that's an after school thing that several of the local high schools participate in because a number of schools have kids who don't quite make the team yet as freshmen, and they can go after school and kind of compete against each other. And if they want, also go once a week after school for to get some lessons over at Family Sports. So no matter what, we're gonna have a place for you. Everybody's guaranteed a spot to be able to do that. But on the team itself, we can only have about 20 kids in total. So we typically have 4 freshmen. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully the snow melts off and you guys can get fired up and get out and play a little more golf, huh? This weekend.
That's good. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all coming. Thank you so much. I hope
Thanks
you
very
get
much.
Hope I get to
Thank
see you
you.
guys in person. Okay. Take good care now. God bless you.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Hi, guys.